I don't think they're blowing smoke or not trying to be honest or mislead people. Given the history of the injuries with Porzingis, that tells me this is going to be over 3 weeks.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
What do you make of this Kristaps Porzingis injury, and how do you want to attack that maybe with player props on this team?
Yeah, it's one of the dreaded injuries that they've managed to avoid all year, that the Celtics have kind of been managing when Porzingis does get dinged up and giving him extra time so that they didn't find themselves in this situation. But here they are. It's essentially being compared to the identical injury that Giannis has, and Giannis suffered that injury 3 weeks ago as of last night. And his team was playing in a game where they had the potential to be eliminated from the postseason last night, and he was unable to go. So given the history of the injuries with Porzingis, that tells me this is going to be over 3 weeks. I think the team is I don't think they're blowing smoke or not trying to be honest or mislead people when you see a Woj tweet of like several games. I think they genuinely don't know. They're going to treat him, see how it goes, and kind of create a plan. I think it would be unreasonable to expect him back for the start of an Eastern Conference final. Game 1 of the NBA Finals is a set date, June 6th. That's a pretty long timeline. I would hope it doesn't take until then, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was Game 1 of the NBA Finals if they could get there without him. At some point during the Eastern Conference Final seems like a reasonable expectation. And in the meantime, if you are looking at it from a Celtics perspective, you hope Cleveland-Orlando goes 7. You see how many games your own second-round series goes and see where you're at. In the meantime, a lot of guys are going to have to pick up minutes for this team. And the two guys that I'm betting tonight for Game 5, I bet Horford over 7.5 rebounds. He's gone over that already twice in the series. He had 7 in Game 1 in 26 minutes, 8 in Game 2 in 23 minutes, and then 6 in Game 3 in just 22 minutes. He went over. He had 8 in the Game 4, played 34 minutes because he picked up some extra minutes for Porzingis late. That's kind of going to be the range minutes-wise that he's in now. And he averaged about 7.5 during the regular season in the 25 games that Porzingis missed. The other one that I like even more, Sam Hauser is going to pick up some slack. Horford's obviously the guy that's going to play more. Luke Kornet's going to pick up some minutes at the center position behind him. But they need to replace Porzingis' shooting and his ability to stretch the floor. It's not just having the big guy out there, although in this particular series, to cover a guy like Bam, it will be a lot of Horford. But Hauser in the regular season played over 25 minutes a game in the 25 games that Porzingis missed. He averaged just under 11 points. I bet him over 1.5 3-pointers made, which was minus 135 on DK Sportsbook last night. He makes over 3 per game in the games that Porzingis has missed, taking just over 7 per game. And he's been a guy all season, one of those role players, shoots much better at home. He made 2+ threes in both home games of this series, didn't do it in Miami. So this is a spot that he should see some extra minutes and get some extra good looks at home. So that's how I'm playing it now. And long term, we'll see how much guys like Luke Kornet, Xavier Tillman, Neemias Queta, even depending on the matchup, sneak into the rotation.